Welcome to another video, A Walk with Phil, and today I'm in Wednesbury. Over the last few years, Wednesbury Town has received a few £1 million in order to regenerate the area of the town. So what have you got for your money? Well, what I thought I'd do today is just have a look around the market here in Wednesbury. I know there's been the implementation of some static stalls here in the town. I want to have a look, see how busy it is, and see how many people we got milling around the streets of Wednesbury Town. And also have a look to see have they finished the relaying of the slabs in Union Street. So let's go and take a look. It would be interesting to see what the town of Wednesbury looks like around the marketplace area. See that they have been given a few £1 million over the last few years to remodernise the town, but specifically today I'm going to take a look at Wednesbury Market and see how busy it is here on a Saturday morning. Anyway, I'm starting off in a rather unusual area because if you see, this is Darlaston Road. Take you down into Darlaston down there, look. Car showroom here on the right. And there's a Darlaston chippy just here. I'm not sure if it's this one, but I do remember a chip shop being owned by Middleton's. And if I just pan you over to a few houses over there. I remember not so long back a request from the family of Mary, and I did say that if I'm ever near Trouse Lane, then I'll probably give you a shout out as well. I think she lived at number 14. If this is the road, 14 would be over there. I don't know if it's the original house though. A lot of areas around here do change, but they do look rather oldish type houses. But yeah, so there you go. This is the top end of Darlaston Road with, what did we say? We got a chip shop. Yeah, that's about it really, isn't it? Chip shop. And what's this one? And it's a beauty salon. So you can have your hair done, and no doubt you can have your nails done. In fact, there's somebody in there, a customer waiting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a walk towards Wednesbury Market from here and see what we can see as we walk along historic Wednesbury. Ahead of me now will be Trouse Lane. I'm sure somebody out there will know why it was called Trouse Lane. Yeah, this is Bilston Road. Bilston Road obviously will take you down there. You get to an island down the bottom, you turn right at the island, and then you head that way towards Bilston. Now we have a few shops here to my left, and I just looking at these shops over here on my left, something looks missing. I'm just wondering where you'd go to get a haircut along here. Probably you'd have to head up into town, but we've got a couple of convenience stores here of the Premier Inn and the Lifestyle, and we've got a takeaway of Domino's, car spares, sandwich house, and a hardware store. Now I'll tell you what, that hardware store there has been there years. It's been there since I can remember, back in the 80s. I'm sure it was called Tudor Hardware even then. So that's one of the great survivors of this little row of shops. Now these have all been landscaped. All this area now is called Churchill Gardens. Yeah, just here, this path here was called Churchill Steps, but Churchill Steps tends to go to the left towards some properties now, I believe at the rear. But Church Street Steps would have carried on right up to the top with a slight bend to the right as it joined Churchill. But it's since the landscaping of this area since 1968, things have obviously, trackways, pathways have obviously been changed and messed around with. So the nearest we've got is along this particular path, which will take you, as you can see, will take you in a bit of a bendy route up to Churchill. This Bartholomew Lodge, that was once a pub called the Rising Sun. It's been there since 1818. It's been remodernised and to be turned into an old person's home now, old person's rest home, and it's been like that for a good, what, I don't know, 30 years. This has been a petrol garage here as long as I can remember. It's now Morrison's that are the owners of it now. Now we're just about this part here now where the road itself, if we were to carry on here, would reach the Upper High Street. Back in the day, of course, Upper High Street would continue and would come along here and join High Bull and Trowse Lane. But now with all these reorganisations of the road in 68, 69, the Upper High Street has been changed. Now what we've got just about this path maybe give us a little bit of a clue. This path just off the High Bull and Island, this would be Ladbury's Lane. Ladbury's Lane. And here would be the fire station, which was built in 1899 and closed in 1968. I think there was a shop of sorts just here, but yeah, this was the site here of the old Wednesbury fire station until it closed in 1968. It was demolished not long after to make way for all this new road system around here, and a new fire station was created in King Street, not far from here. And the fire station entrance would be behind me, so the fire engines would get onto the High Bull and just there. This would be more or less the route of Ladbury's Lane now, with the fire station to my right. There was one thing of note, just there where the cars are coming out of the exit to this island, there was a pub there, but it only lasted till 1945. It was called the Fortunes of War. And this is where Ladbury's Lane now would take a right. And it would be around here somewhere now, where the path doesn't exactly follow the exact course of the lane. Obviously the lane will be wider than this, but it would be to the left of these trees, right of these trees here on my left. Ladbury's Lane would continue sort of just up here, and at the top of Ladbury's Lane on the left, some very old schools. So there was a school there, but I think it had been gone a long time. It's been gone quite some time actually, the school. And there you have it. So if you often wondered where Ladbury's Lane was, you've just walked it. Pub here called the Woden, no longer a pub. They've tried unsuccessfully to keep the Woden pub going, well, as a pub. But they gave up in the end, and it's now a boutique hotel. Here's an old road as well, which I did cover in my video of the two churches on the hill. This was Earps Lane, and Earps Lane would go left, and it would meet up with Earps Lane just off Upper High Street over there. And just ahead of me would have been the Midland Cinema Bingo Club. That's what it finally become, but prior to that it was known as the Rialto. So what we're planning to do now is we're going to have a look at the market and see how busy it is on a Saturday morning. Oh, this was once a doctor's surgery here, which is now cookie dough. Yeah, that was a doctor's surgery. There's the lamp inn. It's still got the original name there on the side of the pub. It's now I don't know, is it an Indian restaurant now? Here was the site of a cinema, closed in the 60s, but I've mentioned these in my previous video. Now I'm here on the upper high street and it seems, does seem fairly quiet along here. Let's see how busy it gets as we get nearer to the market today. Saturday morning is the day when most want to come out and do a bit of shopping. Visiting the markets is no exception. That used to be a cafe. That used to be a cafe there, Barry's Cafe. Or was that Barry's Cafe there? Called Mona's. I can't remember now. One of these used to be a bike shop. Could have been the Tipton Piercer. This is the William Archer to my right. It used to be the George. This seems to have been going on for forever and a day. There's Home Flair furniture just there, but that used to be didn't it used to be a supermarket called Price Right? Now, because of all this work here, look, none of the market stalls can be used. Look, they're all closed, and some of the money that was given to regenerate the area was used to create all these static market stalls along here. So those are all shut off. There's quite a few as well. And if I look all the way down Union Street, you can still see it looks as though they're still doing a lot of work down there. This used to be the Magnet Clothes. I've been in here a few times and it was a clothes shop. The guy in there used to be look like an undertaker. Didn't that used to be a building society in the corner? I don't know, Halifax. Look up there, look. Looks a very old building there, doesn't it? And I think that's the dance studio to the right. We had one or two butchers as well in Wednesbury Town, but sadly, after many years, this one finally gave up being a butcher's, and now we've got what have we got? Amina mini market. We have it's an Afro-Caribbean, another one of those convenience stores that you see a lot of now. There's another example just here, Polski Sklep, and it looks like, is this one closed down, this charity shop? Scope, it's been here for quite a few years. Let's have a look at the markets. Oh my goodness me, what is going on here on a Saturday? What's happened to the market? This one sells jewellery, rings, earrings. This one's a clothes one. Wed 2B, that used to be Woolworths. And another market stall just here. Fruit and veg, oh, you've got loads of fruit and veg, haven't we? Eh? What's going on with this market? There's nobody here. Market.
Yes, quite.
Saturday.
Quite, yes.
Okay, we're right in the market square here with its famous tower clock. This was all a car park, wasn't it? Yeah. Then it wasn't a car park, then it was a car park again. This is a hot food takeaway put here. And this used to be the HSBC Bank, this building. But it looks like it's some kind of pop-up store, is it? Well, I don't know what it is. It says Ukrainian sunflower on there. Just wander around to the back, and we've got Booze King here. Grade 2 listed building. That laundrette no longer opens, it appears. Okay, so that's your sum total of Wednesbury Market on a Saturday. Now, speaking to one or two, they've said that maybe the car boot stalls are more popular on the Tuesdays, and he did say another day, was it Friday? They're more popular. But all these units, look, these market units are not taken. Right, I'm here, standing on a corner. The job centre back in the 90s. Didn't last there very long. It's now an estate agency. But this was called the Shambles. I'm not sure if it's still called the Shambles. But that's the Green Dragon pub that once was, just here. Which there used to be some toilets, lavatories down here. A toilet block, but oh, I don't know where that could be. Did they get demolished? I don't know. Was they there? If you know where the lavatories were here in the Shambles, let me know. But they've gone now anyway. This used to be a factory or a depot of sorts. It's called a discount warehouse. It used to be a carpet shop, and it got converted into some kind of store where you could buy lots of bric-a-brac and stuff. But there's Camp Street ahead, and just ahead of me used to be where the Shambles market used to be. Very popular market. It was a covered market. It was open round the sides, but it was covered, and it used to gain so much custom. It did kind of die off towards the end. For one reason or another, but the Shambles was very popular. Now if you come up here, this is where we come and used to parking, because just ahead of me here used to be the Co-op, the supermarket. Look, how much are the prices here to park on the Shambles car park? But if you want to do an all day, it's $4.50. Yeah, this is where we'd park to go into the Co-op. Somebody loves the market. Yeah, there was a factory just around here, but this is now Farm Foods, and not sure if I can show you this, but I don't think there's anything left of what I'm going to show you, but it's the telephone exchange. It's been here since the 30s. Where Farm Foods was, I think it used to be a carpet shop. But all around here was the site of the Union Square. Union Square was a square with shops that went all around the sides. Plus there was an indoor market in there, and the only thing there was an upstairs. You could go up some escalators up to the top. And there was a Brown's wallpaper shop that sold wallpaper and paint. And I also remember a restaurant in Union Square called Chains Restaurant. I used to go in there for a curry on a Friday night, and she said to me that the chef's a little busy at the moment, so you might be a bit long with your order, but bear with. And after about 45 minutes, I saw him coming through the side door with a bag of groceries from the Co-op. So I presume he'd bought my curry from the supermarket. But this was supposed to take 10 weeks apparently, and it's now been going on for getting on for 6 months now, and we've still got loads of slabs to go down here. And this is having a bit of an effect on the shops. They look very nice paving stones though, but how many times do you need to keep relaying Union Street? I don't think it was that bad before, but I could be wrong. We've got a few shuttered shops along Union Street. This has been here since the year dot, O'Connell's.
Alright, son. I got me onions, I said.
She's got her onions. Oh, we got a Kurdish barber. There is little access areas just to get to the shops on the other side. But if you see here, this is the sum total of the work that they've completed so far. It's apparently it's cost around £5.2 million so far to lay these slabs here in Union Street. I can't knock it, it looks a fine job, but the length of time it's taken and the expense it's cost to do that seems amazing. 5.2 million to lay these slabs, eh? As they say, it's going to look nice when it's done. Yeah, Poundland's still open, but I think their entrance shut off.
Morning, Phil.
Hello, mate. All right. Yes, thanks. Just price right. I'm trying to remember if it was another name as well. Was it International Stores or something like that? We've had lots of popular stores in Wednesbury over the years. They've all gone now. I remember a sports shop round here as well. Even that name escapes me. We've got a couple of charity shops here. More. If this work was being done Saturday, Sunday, it could be finished within no time, couldn't it? I'll show you a little shop just where all these works are going on at the moment in Union Street. This one's called Gold Teeth Company. I don't know if they put gold teeth in for you. It's a same day service. Yeah, the Gold Teeth shop used to be a shoe shop. This was a butcher's at one time, wasn't it? This a butcher's? Yeah, I think this used to be a butcher's, didn't it? What is it now? Mobile phones. Yeah. Mobile phones. Forget the name, but wasn't this a vegetable shop? Fruit and veg? Newsagent was owned by a guy who was a very good snooker player, Alan somebody. And now his surname escapes me. Okay, so we've got back to where we more or less began. A little walk around the markets on a Saturday morning here in Wednesbury Town. And it's a shocker. Would it ever get any better? Well, what do you think, folks, eh? Wasn't that the most disappointing market you've seen? Well, we've probably seen some worse, but the fact is that there's a few £1 million spent on the town of late, and to only see what 4 or 5 stalls that are being used in the town. Marketplace has always been traditionally a market area. There's always been plenty of footfall around there when it comes to market stalls. People just loved the markets back in the day. And I remember when the markets used to be down the Shambles, and we've had a look down the Shambles now, and it's all unrecognisable now from where it used to be. It was a very popular area there when the market stalls were down there. But since they've moved it back to its original place, well, today was an example of it's not working, is it? There's nobody there. Union Street at the moment should have only taken about a few weeks or so to get all these slabs down in Union Street, but it's been dragging on and dragging on and dragging on. And of course, the units themselves now in that particular part of Union Street are not being able to be used. So it's a very poor state at the moment, Wednesbury Town is. But anyway, I'm sure Wednesbury Town, I remember it anyway, it used to be a fabulous little town, always hustling and bustling, and a lovely market stalls down the Shambles. But it's all gone now. So anyway, I don't know what you think about it, but it's a poor shadow of its former self. Anyway, if you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and hit the notification bell for new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.